50s, there was a famous model. Her name was Sloan and her husband was the mayor of New York in the 50s. So she likes very unusual names. That's why she used Sloan. And so I scratched a lot, and in between my eyebrows and on my thigh, it left all the scar tissue. And on my eyebrows, I lost almost half my eyebrow. And then about 2 years ago, I had them cut the scar out and cut the eyebrows out, and then advance the eyebrow over to where it originally was. And so the scars you see now are most of them are from the surgery. You know, the one across the bridge of my nose, that's from the surgery. The surgeon should have gone up and down, and he went sideways. He made a mistake. Uh-oh.
You gave me death.
So they said, well, we have to, do this wrap, esophageal wrap. And they pick up the stomach, they wrap it around the esophagus, and they create a tight valve there. They did, it's called a fundoplication, and they did a pyloric myotomy. They also cut the muscle at the bottom of the stomach so that the food would leave the stomach quicker. In 1991, I ruptured a disc in my back in the police academy. I was in terrible pain. They had to operate, and they took out the disc, and they took out a piece of the lamina. And they went back to cut away scar tissue that had formed from my stomach surgery in '82. So they made 4 little incisions, and they went in and cut away the adhesions. And that's when they did the liver biopsy. I have some other scars that I don't want to talk about.
You gave me death.
I can't throw up since they did this wrap on my stomach. So if I drink too much, I'm in big trouble.
You gave me death.
I got into this crazy state when I was too high. And I kept hearing this woman's voice in my head saying, but you can feel pain. You say you do feel pain. So the next morning, when I was taking a shower, and I saw my arm was burnt. And I couldn't even remember it happening. It was so vague. And I thought, oh my God, And it didn't hurt then either. But what hurt was looking at it. That's what hurt. Looking at it hurt. But I remember it bleeding. I thought it looked really cool. But after I had it, I realized that I had to explain to people why I had this laceration. Some people don't feel alive. Then that's not alive, that's died because of trauma or disappointment or abandonment. And so they need something very intense to make them feel. You know, just like when we went to the vault, and all those people, they were having all kinds of rituals performed on them, and they couldn't get an erection. With all that pain, they couldn't get an erection. He could have probably killed them, and they wouldn't have gotten an erection. I don't know what I'm trying to prove to anybody, because I don't really have a family. So, I mean, my father's dead, my grandfather's dead, I have no brothers, no sisters. That feeling goes away and it's replaced by a new feeling. So it's better to go through the feeling than to try to avoid it, because you can't avoid it. It's going to come back in another person, in another situation. That's the way the universe works. I think human beings want to feel unique. They want to feel different. They don't want to feel human. They don't want to experience the human condition. So we do all this deviant stuff because then we're different. We're not like everybody else. We're unique. The way the job is, you know, you have to do what you have to do when you do it. You don't pick and choose what you do as a police officer, you know, and your hands are tied because of the bureaucracy. You know, you take a lot of reports and you do a lot of stuff like that, and controlling crime scenes, but as far as like investigative work, that's detectives and other people. So you can't, it's like a thankless job. You work the worst hours, you work holidays, you work weekends, nobody appreciates you, people want to kill you. It's very unusual for a Jewish woman whose father was a doctor to become a police officer. It's not even heard of. You know, Jewish girls whose fathers are doctors either marry doctors, marry lawyers, go to live in the suburbs and have children, become school teachers. But I'm a good cop, you know. I want to help people. I've never used my uniform or my position to intimidate people. Never, never. You know, because when I was growing up, I felt so out of control because my mother was in control. And I was so terrified of her. I can't tell you the terror. It's not funny, but I look back at it because now I'm not scared of her, so I think it's funny. But I remember as a child, the feeling, my body, what it would feel like almost like I wanted to vomit. He goes, no, you must have been trying to prove something. He said, look what you did to yourself. You know, you traumatized your body so from the training. He said, you don't have that kind of body. I said, oh well, it's too late now. They actually wrote me up in the police department. They said I was too compassionate, too sensitive, get too emotionally involved, too much of. Ever since I was very small, that's all I heard. You're too emotional, you're too sensitive, you take things too seriously, You're too nice, you're too this, too. I hate that fucking word, too. I hate that fucking word. Because that's who I am. I mean, I've tried to change that. And the only way I can change that is to become very hard and very cold and aloof and distant. And I don't like that. Because then I walk around feeling like I don't feel. I feel like I'm dead.